Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and yes, we're having our guest in the house, and we want to explore uh, the potentials that exist in the leather industry. Talking about, particularly in this case, we're talking about shoe making. When you hear the shoemaker, a lot of people take it to mean those ones that walk around with those boxes and just do para pa 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 para pa 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 pa. Those are the ones they refer to as shoemaker. But in the actual sense of it, as the name itself implies, a shoemaker is a person who is in the process of making shoe from start to finish. That is actually making a shoe. And that is how our guests like to be addressed. I'm talking about Oyewole Tayo Jefford. You're welcome on the show this morning.
Good morning, sir.
Uh, is
Morning.
it
Good morning,
Jeffat or Jefta?
It's
Jefta.
Chefta.
Jefta, you see,
Jefta.
every day we encounter names. You think I'm used to Japheth, and here's Jefta. You're
Jefta.
welcome on the show.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for joining us.
Thank you, ma.
Okay.
Our
Um,
guests say he is a
A
shoemaker.
shoemaker, a professional shoemaker.
The set already shows you some of his
Yes.
works,
And
and
they
that
are
should give
proudly
you
Nigerian.
yes.
So let's start with the motivation. What motivated you, from our, we have a lot of professions
Yes.
and you decided to go into shoemaking. So tell us the story about
Okay, thank you. What actually motivated me is I love creating things,
oh,
beautiful things, and shoemaking is like a talent to me. From small, I could remember when I was in primary school, I would tear middle of my exercise book, use it to create the top, use a carton to do the sew. So I just love creating something, and that's how I started. Until one day I was passing by along my state, Osun State, at Oshogbo. I saw where they sell leather and stuff like this. With the little money on me, I was able to get it, and I created something. That day was one of the best day of my life. I was so happy.
wow, wow.
So, and ever since then, when I produce or do any production, and people see it, just like you admire this, and people, it give me joy more than the money they pay me.
Mm,
So, like, I created this, and people love it, just like our God. He said, He created heaven and earth, and we are admiring it. So,
yes,
when I create, I'm like, wow,
this is
I was privileged
beautiful.
to create something too, and people love it. So that has been my motivation.
Wow.
Yeah.
The comment and how people encourage me that you can do this is very nice. It gives me joy, and that has keep me going.
Wow. Now let's talk about shoemaking now in itself. Of course, for you to be able to stay making shoes, apart from the comment, we must talk about the money.
Yes.
Yes. So now, in talking about the money, uh, in your perception, the appreciation from it's nice, it's fine. Does
Okay.
it correlate with
Yeah,
paying for
must
this?
definitely it is, and that's what I see in the system. There are a lot of things I love when I was growing up, but I've abandoned them now.
Okay.
But I'm still on it. So when it comes to money, there's a lot of money there. But it's a work people don't actually respect. They feel it's a poor people work or illiterate that normally go into shoe, which is not. There is an advocacy I'm doing now, leather work as a career.
Wow.
There are a lot of sphere of leather aspect you can enter, and you can't be stranded. That's one thing I do tell people. It's day-to-day activities. As we are sitting down here, we have pieces of leather on us. Everybody use leather every day, just like water we drink. Is that you are wearing leather watch,
Mm,
you are carrying wallet, you are carrying our women they carry bags. You wear shoe, you can't wear barefooted. So people can't do without it. And that has given me courage that any day I woke up, I see people moving, I'm always rejoicing. If they are not buying new one, they will repair the one they have. So there's always coming in.
mm,
And that's why we want to let people know that leather work is something you can choose as a career now. And coupled with the country we have now, whether full time or part time, you can also invest in it and use it as extra income if you are busy rejoicing. If they are not buying new one, they will repair the one they have. So there's always coming in.
mm.
And that's why we want to let people know that leather work is something you can choose as a career now. And coupled with the country we have now, whether full time or part time, you can also invest in it and use it as extra income if you are busy pursuing your career. So there's a lot of money there.
Okay.
A lot of
There is
money.
this question that I always ask people like you who are creative, who are in who produce products. I always ask of quality control. The issue with some of our produce is, we don't check. Like I was telling a lady that came as a tailor, a fashion designer, and I said to her, what happens to quality control when you finish the work? Who checks to make sure that the standard, that you don't use green thread to sew yellow clothes, those kind of things? That, like for shoes now, who checks to make sure the gum you use is not pouring out of where it's supposed to be? So do you also check those things? Because that's why you see a lot of people don't want to. I'm sorry, some people say, I don't want to buy Nigerian made because the finishing is poor. So who is there? Do you also pay attention, let me put it that way, to quality control?
Quality control is very important, and that is what will distinguish you from other people, especially if you want to go over and make good money in the business. And presently, we have an association, we call it KLAN. So, this is an association that deal with all leather, anybody making shoes and other leather aspects. So, these are the people, this is an association whereby we have a platform, you post your work there. If you are having difficulties or there are some certain things you need to correct there, which has been very helpful. We have many specialized people there. So once you send it there, they will correct you instantly. Next time you don't do it this way, or in another way, apply gum in this way. And that has been helpful for
Okay.
the association. And it has also helped us to be more creative because new ideas are coming in from the platform and we are working towards it. And this is a platform government have recognized now.
Okay.
Mm.
We're having a very beautiful conversation talking about leather work. There's still a lot I want to ask you, especially as it concerns Nigerian made goods and the foreign goods. Of course, we know we are always rushing to patronize what's made from outside this country. When here in this country, we have beautiful works like this that says, this is us. We'll do all that when we come back from this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and yes, Jeffta is still here with us. Yes, we're talking about the beautiful creative world of shoe making. And Jeffta, I must say, you do make very beautiful shoes. I'm just
Thank
admiring
you.
these shoes here, and I'm thinking, I know Madame will not be happy. These shoes here are not gender balanced. However, knowing that sometimes she likes to chance me, she might decide that she will wear one of these shoes herself. But what I'm driving at now is these beautiful shoes. And then we talk about shoes coming from outside this country. And we look at big designer names, and people just want to wear those shoes and say, I am rocking this, I am rocking that. Now, what differentiates the shoes from our own shoes here?
The difference is not much. Just that Nigeria, we have a mentality, we respect foreign shoe than our locally made. And of recent, there is a lot of errors in their own too. I could remember some weeks back, a man brought an Italian shoe bought for 80,000 naira and wearing it once, it has pulled off.
Hmm.
So, but most times, some of these shoes is being made in this Nigeria and take back there and come back to Nigeria just for Nigeria to patronize them because they know once it's foreign and they hear the name from abroad, they respected it. But honestly, we are doing very good now in our production in Nigeria. We have been sorting out for a good quality materials and we are meeting up with the standard of those foreign shoes too. So, and this has helped the business move to other aspects. And coupled with the exchange rate in dollar now, has made some of those big men come back to our level. And that's why we also step up our game by making it top notch. So that by the time they check and compare with what they are buying outside the country, it's almost the same thing. That has really helped the business to improve. So all what you just need to do is be creative, make sure your finishing is okay. There are certain people, even no matter any amount you place on it, there are some certain people that they don't mind the cost. Just give them what they want.
Let's look at the market. I know that I don't know about export now. Because I found out that a lot of products from outside come into our country, and by so doing, it's not enabling us to be able to market ours. But for you that is into this, I know you've been into this business for a while from the way you're talking. How has the market been? I remember once I went to Cotonou and I wanted to buy things, and I was looking at, just like you said, Nigerians, though, let me just say, I used to be guilty of that because when I went to Cotonou and I wanted to buy something, and the woman was pointing to some items, and I saw them beautiful, female shoes,
Yeah.
and I was excited. I was looking forward to seeing made in no Italy or whatever, and I lifted the slippers and turned the back, and I saw proudly Nigeria. I dropped it,
Wow.
and the woman, I said, "Hi, boy, you're from Nigeria, buy it." In my mind, I was saying, "How can I come all
Nothing
the
good
way
coming
from?"
from Nigeria
And
to
I come
buy.
out, and but
Nigeria.
on a second thought, I looked at it. It was beauty, and people were buying.
Mm.
And I said to myself, wow, so people can actually buy meat in Nigeria and put on, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So now let's look at the markets. How far do we take the market?
The market has really changed now in the sense that most of us, I've seen to US a couple of the time that they chatted me. I register online, so most time people browse the best shoe making in Nigeria, and it's still there. If you browse, I think I'm number 8 or 7 now.
Wow.
So, and the woman requested for Ankara bag and shoes, which I did. I delivered, and friends around her to make a request. And almost every part of Nigeria, almost every week I send out of Abuja. So the market is improving. Once you work on your quality, they enjoy it. They always come back. I have a guy in Lagos, I have to send all his shoes to Abuja just for revamp to change the soul. And this is a place where soul will come to Abuja for me
Yes.
too. So those are the things. So and I have some of the colleagues that they have sent more than 1,000 pairs outside the country.
Wow.
So we are working on presently the Canine Association partnership with export rate, so that they will give us an easy way of exporting this outside the country too. And we have improved on our quality, and everybody now has top of their game, trying to find a means to send abroad too, so that we can have 1 or 2 customers there. I have some people who have bought here, travel out, and still recommend me to people, chatting me. Anytime I come down to Nigeria, I will come and patronize you. I
Wow.
love what you do. I love your shoes. Some few ones have even, they are around. I have a customer that normally come in USA. She use big size 42. Anytime she's around, she can do 10 pairs,
Wow.
heal and go back. So when that one is finished, you know that anytime she's in Nigeria again, she normally
Do
contacted
you also
me.
make for female?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yes, your mind can rest now.
I do, but based on request, because women, they always want easy, more cheaper stuff like
Are
that.
you indirectly
No,
saying that we are cheap?
no, I'm not saying
I'm
that.
joking.
But normally, women like free thing.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So that's why based on request we do.
It's two of us against you today.
No, I have a lot of women watching and they are saying no. No, they are saying no, it's not true. Okay, now.
Well, Jefta, let's explore this conversation further. Now, I want to look at 2 areas. First, I want to look at the last administration coming from the perspective of government and all the support it gave to ABBA then for it to be able to create things. And presently, we have seen other countries even coming to place order for productions of
Yeah.
military shoes,
Yes.
construction shoes,
Hmm.
and all of that from Aba and from Daikon in Kaduna here. And so I want us to explore what areas do you think the government can come in to make production easier for you, as well as making this product more acceptable globally. Then also, I want to look at the academy. I know you're driven by passion. You're trying to do something here. You're trying to create a legacy that will outlive you.
And to give
Yeah,
job to people.
you want to change the perspective of shoemakers. You want to see people proudly carry the tag or the name shoemaker and be rich and wealthy from it. What stops? In fact, right now I look at you and I want to call it the celebrity shoemaker. So let's look at this, starting with the government.
Okay.
What do you think government can do to make it better?
the past administration actually helped us
Mm.
to allow Nigeria to come back to handmade,
Okay.
made in Nigeria. I think that's one of the benefits. We making shoes, we benefited from that last administration. And this current one has been doing their possible best. I think there's a program ongoing, super, that to empower people that do handwork or artisans.
Okay.
So we are looking forward to what they can do. And another way we want government to come is giving out grants.
Okay.
So because we need money to start to get a tools. There are a lot of machines that all these Italy people use. If we are able to get some of it, in
Mm.
fact, nobody will even bother remember those states again, those countries again. So if there should be a release of such machine or and a program of grants so that people can have access to it and power supply, that's another thing because the cost of fuel nowadays is not funny and
Mm.
there's no light. So those are the challenges we are facing. We are begging government if they can come in for us. And on the academic aspect, we just want to, just like you said, make a legacy. I've been in the business more than a decade now, and I've seen the lapses, the mentality, and I've seen the future in it because this is a daily things that everybody know. So
Yes.
we are looking forward to a future whereby everybody will be proud to say, yes, I'm a professional shoemaker. And by special grace of God, on the day of our inauguration, I told them, by special grace of God, very soon we have our own university, Dante Unique University,
Wow.
whereby people will not be wasting their time chasing another thing. If you have a little child growing up, creative, like creating things, them you can start and be a graduate
Mhm.
as a leather craft graduate.
Mhm.
Then we are looking forward to a place whereby we do a competition, whereby even other country will come and see. And maybe the winner will go back home with a car just to motivate and encourage people.
Amazing.
And that's
Oh,
another thing we are looking up to in Dante Leather Craft Academy.
Is it
wow,
too
thank you.
late for people like me and Cynthia to enter
It's not too late.
and
It's
learn
not too late.
how
It's
to make
not.
the
Me,
shoes?
I'm
You,
registering already, so
not
it's not too
only
late.
even learning, you can invest in us because there is
Oh,
money
okay.
in the business in the
Oh,
company.
okay. Thank you so much. Wow, wow.
Thank you.
This is just proudly Nigeria. And
100%
honestly,
Nigeria.
we are proud. We are proud. You can see the finishing from what I'm seeing is just beautiful. And we can compete anywhere. Anywhere.
Yes,
If you take these ones out, they will not, you understand.
yes,
And I like the fact that, you have an academy and you're willing to make sure that they stop seeing shoemakers as illiterates,
Yes.
but to
no,
have graduates
you have
who are leather
graduate,
craft, who graduate from, what will I call it? Professionals in leather
professional,
craft.
yes,
Yes.
So thank you so much.
thank
Thank you
you,
so much.
thank you
Thank
very
You've
much.
you,
heard it all
Tayo.
from
Thank you.
Mr. Oyewole Jefta. You heard what he said. He has passion. You can so he has said to us, if you have any child who is creative, who you just notice that has this habit of wanting to create things, please encourage and develop such. Okay, the program is still Good Morning Abuja. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break.